So, it is down to you, and it is down to me.
Let me explain.
There's nothing to explain. You're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen.
Perhaps an arrangement can be reached?
There will be no arrangement.
Well, if there can be no arrangement, then we are at an impasse.
I'm afraid so. I can't compete with you physically, and you're no match for my brains.
You're that smart.
Let me put it this way. Have you ever heard of Plato, Aristotle, Socrates?
Yes?
Morons.
Really? In that case, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
To the death, I accept.
Good. Then pour the wine.
Bunch of morons, those guys. Hey everybody, welcome to the sewers of Brooklyn, New York. This is Nick the Rat Radio coming to you live. It is February 5th, and it is the year 2020. I feel like I'm in a fucking sci-fi movie. Well, then again, hey man, I'm a rat in the sewer. That's pretty sci-fi right there. Dystopian, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm still alive. This is episode 215, I think we're at right now, and it was, there's going to be no bottle popping tonight, because that happened the previous night. Oh boy, oh boy. So we were in the sewer, working on combining animals together, and let's just say that one of our scientists have achieved what was unachievable before. He has created I can't even pronounce it. It's a mix between a stag and a goat. A deer and a goat. I think that's it. I'm not too sure what he did. I don't really follow the scientists around in the sewer too often because they like to laugh at me and give me drugs I've never even heard of. But they said it's the, I can't even pronounce this. Hold on. Let me see if I get something to pronounce this here. It's a billy goat and a stag. It's the Hercockverus? Hercockverus? That's what they're calling it. Let me put this into the speak and spell here. Computer speech, and then we'll just do a search for that, and we'll just what's that one where you could do the that famous person talking? Text to talk. Yeah, text to talk. That should do it. Okay, here we go. Let's just get this natural reader to say this for me right here, because delete, and paste and play.
Hercosivus.
Hercosivus. Hercosivus. It's basically the billy goat in Latin is Hercus, and stag is a surface. So it's a Hercus surface. Hersurficus. Jordan Peterson. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. They got his little voice in there. So either way, the scientists in the sewer were able to achieve this. The scientist that did it threw a party last night, and I'm way hungover right now. It was a rough night. Zindu was even there. Usually there's no parties on the on a Tuesday, but right now I'm just drinking some regular seltzer over here. I got beaten down last night. The last thing I remember was doing body shots off of this pog. It was the scientist with the biggest, fattest butt had me doing body shots off of her. It was weird. The next day I woke up with pubes in my mouth, though, so I don't know how far it went. I don't know what happened, actually. I kind of just... No, not a pog. It was a fat-ass white girl. A pog? But either way, she was really hot. And I don't know. We got really close, me and her. I think her name started with a D or something, but... Yeah, Zindu was there. He was partying pretty. He was a fucking pushover. He wasn't partying too good. But yeah, we made it. We made this mythical creature. I'd never even heard of it, but this thing just sounds like when you mix two creatures together. It's like you're taking two things and just combining them. I don't see why it's so big of a deal, but we'll be going into the science behind it a little bit later. Everybody is probably curious because, fuck, this is a scientific revolution. The science is crazy. If you didn't know this, basically what used to be magic is now science and math and stuff. We've, like, look at a camera. You're taking light and fucking putting it on a thing, and then you making light come off of it and goes into your face. Shit's crazy. But what's even crazier is music. It's not music. Is not crazier. But we're gonna have a nice, relaxed show tonight. We're gonna have maybe even the scientist will give us a call. There might be some scientists in the halls in the sewer, and they know the number 917-719-5923. I didn't open the phone lines yet, but soon I will, and we could talk to people. I'm sorry, I'm having hangover brain right now. I don't even know where I am. Okay. Let's listen to Brazil in the Future by Love Light Club. Let's start it off fucking extra hard. Why not? Let's just go all in right away. Love Light Club, Brazil in the Future.
Déjà vu.
Hey everybody, it's Zendu, coming to you from the Dark Sewer News Network. Today we got a fun one about how much of an asshole Disney can be. Also about some snitches and some bitches up in a school, I guess. I don't know. There was an elementary school in Berkeley that was hosting a Parents' Night Out fundraiser. I think they made about $800 on this fundraiser. I don't even understand what the fundraiser is for. Parents' night out. It seems like maybe that's how there's even kids in the school because parents were having nights out and, getting it on, if you know what I'm trying to say. During this little parents' night out fundraiser, one of the parents brought a movie that they purchased legally at Best Buy. It was the Lion King movie, and they put it on and they watched it. Apparently, somebody snitched them out to Disney, and Disney came back and was like, hey, motherfuckers, you just had a public screening of this thing, and now you had to give us $250. Yep. Big old Disney found out that parents were in a group were watching this fucking movie, and now they're suing them for $250. One of the parents was upset because they're like, Disney in this area doesn't pay any fucking property tax rent or some shit. Like they got some weird deal in the 70s, and she's trying to make it a point that Disney's not paying that over this thing. Maybe she was the rat. Maybe she ratted out the whole thing just to bring Disney to the forefront so she could fucking squirt a shit on their chest, even though it won't do anything in the end anyway. Anyway, it's just something to think about these corporate overlords of ours and how much of a fucking prick they are with little rules that nobody even fucking knows or cares about. But if they catch you, they'll try to sue you. Anyway, this is Zindu coming to you from the Dark Sewer News Network.
Thanks there, good old Zindu. Nothing like Zindu. Jeez, that's fucked up. You'd think these giant corporations wouldn't care if their product got shown to people, especially old shit. That's rough. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed off. It's the corporations giveth and they taketh away. They're giant copying machines. They pretty much copy themselves. There's like an internal grindhouse of corporate greed and money and ideas that aren't original. And it's just weird. It's just weird. But anyway, we're here talking about her cockavorous. Oh boy. Oh boy, this creature it was really weird looking. I seen it. It was basically, it had a goat head and like a big fucking deer body. It wasn't right. I don't know why they were celebrating that they made this thing. Sometimes you shouldn't ask if you could do it. You should wonder if you should do it. But I think they're also making other things with these. Basically, it's kind of like taking a horse and a kangaroo and making a donkey. Is that how it works? But we've been doing this for years. We've been breeding creatures to be better workers for us. And this is going to be the future in like animal slavery. We can make stuff like a hog and a donkey. We can mix those together. Why not? They're just like trusty, jackasses. They're like trusty servants because animals. You could fucking train a dog to build you a house, and all it'll want is like little kisses and pets on its butt. But before we talk more about any of that, this segment is brought by SquareShape. It's the most boring website designs you could purchase for a lot of money on the internet today. Basically, you could probably run your own website, buying a name and all that for maybe $50 a year. Well, we're charging you $69.99 a month. Because if you're not really paying out of your ass for something, is it really worth anything? No. So the added value that we put into it, that we actually are taking out, it's great though, but all these websites that the SquareShape makes, they're all generic looking. They all look the same. And when you're trying to make a fucking mark on the internet and you want people to know who you are, you want to seem generic. You don't want somebody to go to your website and be like, "Wow, this person's trying something new or different or this is strange and crazy. No. That's fucking boring. In the corporate world, we love generic grindhouse bullcrap, and we like charging a lot of money for it. And that's if it wasn't for Square Shape, well, I can't afford it. Like, I wish I could afford it for my own website. I've seen the sites that they made with this shit. It's cutting edge technology. The designs are all top notch. You got like 40 to choose from. But after the first 40 customers, there's just gonna be repeats of stuff, and everything's gonna look the same. But fuck. But now you could be boring and pay out of the ass for it too with Square Shape. I would suggest going to thedarksewer.net and possibly signing up today. I know I did, and I think I might have had sex last night. I don't even remember what happened. Okay. All right, we got that ad read. Let's maybe check the voicemail. We might have some voicemails. I'm not too sure. I haven't really been awake for the past 20 hours. Let's see. That wasn't a voicemail. That was just static. Let's try this one.
Peekaboo! 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 I see you. Peekaboo!
Maybe I should just shut the show down. But there's a lot of strange things going on out there. There might be spies coming after get me now because we have all this crazy technology in the sewer, and they don't like it. But Sir Kerfus's, whatever her coach verses, we're gonna go worldwide with this. I know it already. And you could take my hand and jump straight into the portal with Whoa Bit into the portal. Peekaboo. Pikachu? Shit's better than GoDaddy for sure.
I'm interested because we're going to have spin-offs or people using our theories about how to cover this.
Yeah, we have that. It's called the Nick the Rat Show. We have a spin-off.
Well, besides Nick, who's
whoa bit into the portal. That's pretty cool. Welcome back, everybody, to Nick the Rat. This actual next segment is brought to you by viewers like you. We're going to go over some of the donations now. You could donate to Nick at nicktherat.com at nick at nicktherat.com. And you could go click the, you just go to nicktherat.com and click donate. There's a button there. Or you could sign up to the Twitch if you got a free, if you have an Amazon account and you want to help a brother out and you got a free thing there, you just, that'll be like $4 or $5 a month. I'm not too sure. But let's go over the straight to me from PayPal donations. I usually read the person's initials and if they have any notes and what kind of donation it was. So JP gave me $4.20. Thank you so much, JP. We've got CC with 333. Thank you so much for the 333. We've got, and finally, the final donation of today's show is brought to you by PLLC with 1414. Yes, Torgo has abandoned us. I think it's because somebody paid him off to go have sex with the penguin or something. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so those were the donations for this week. Thank you so much for everybody doing that. And if it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't have to play as many advertisements on the show. But since there's not enough people like you, I do have to play advertisements on the show. So let's run some ads. We'll be right back.
She was 6 feet of black dynamite. He was a short Hasidic Jew. She fought a savage battle to stay alive in the ghetto. He studied the Talmud at night. While she burned the ghetto to the ground, he kindled the Sabbath candles. Theirs was a love of passion, a torrid, sensual lust, fueled by those who said no. Samuel L. Bronkowitz presents Cleopatra Schwartz. They alone dared to triumph in a hellish inferno of unrelenting desire. Never before has the screen unleashed such violent fury. Never again will one man and one woman defy such incredible odds. Together, no one could stop them.
Ever wake up and just don't feel like yourself? Scared you might be putting the rest of your crew in danger? Well, now you have options. Our dark sewer scientists have perfect Cylon detection technology. And for only one low payment of $69.99, our engineers can install a Cylon sewer door into any of your vessels. Step on, get tested, pass, and carry on. Fail. Pass and carry on. Fail, auto airlock flushing. Sign up today and protect you and your loved ones. 917-719-5923. What's that noise? Wait, no!
Whoa, I think the her cockavis came in here. Her coach service. There's got to be a better way to say this somewhere. Hold on, let me put this into. Here we go.
Her car service.
Her car service. It's her car service. There we go. Her car service. Let me have a drink. I'm a little dehydrated. I gotta hydrate up here.
You know, you could always call it a hickey.
A hickey. A hickiverse. Hickivis.
It's possible. You never know.
Well, you could call it basically whatever you want. This actually reminds me of Play-Doh, I think. You know that clay that you'd eat as a kid? No, there's the wait, hold on a second. This is actually reminding me of something. I gotta check something out over here. Oh, this was in Plato's Republic. He said that Socrates spoke of his own image making as similar to that of the painters who paint goat stags. Goat stags. That sounds much like a hickivis to me. Combining the features of different things together. Huh. So these things have been around for a long time. I thought we were the first ones to find this thing. And here I'm reading about Plato talking about it. Actually, he's talking about Socrates. Wait, are you serious? It looks like Aristotle actually talked about this as well. He utilized the idea of the fabulous goat stag, to express the philosophical concept of something that is describable, even though it doesn't really exist. Now, this thing exists. Hold on, let me kick it. Hold on. See, that thing is real. It's looking at me. Luckily, it's chained up to a wall, and I can't. It's not really able to get me right now. But try not to kick her car surface. Yeah, that's weird. Like, because you could just put words together, and it'll make something that you know. Like, you know what a goat and a stag is, especially if they're fabulous. But these things exist now, so whatever he was talking about is.
What about a bunny and a dog?
A bunny dog.
I mean, is
I guess
that
we can make
theoretically possible?
Anything is possible. You just said it, so now it's in the ether now, so it exists. Like, I can imagine a bunny dog. Well, would the top part be bunny and the bottom part be dog, or a dummy?
Yeah. Anything's possible with those things. I mean, what breed of dog, too?
This is a good question. And would it be a jackrabbit or like one of those fluffy bunnies? I don't know.
Oh, chinchilla. Have to be a chinchilla on a dachshund.
That actually sounds fabulous. We're gonna listen to a song right now, and then we'll be back. We'll open up the phone lines. If you're a scientist and you know anything about hybridization of animals or words that you could make new words out of, give us a call. I guess that works. 917-719-5923. No, we're listening to a song now. This is Lewis Carpet, the 26th records with K3NX7 Focasa. I have no idea what that says. Cat and rabbits or crabies? Sounds like an STD.
motherfucker. You're a badass motherfucker. I just wanted to tell you that. Motherfucker. Nick the Rat!
Everybody, this is Zindu coming at you from the Dark Silver News Network. We are talking about some fun stuff tonight here. We got British X-Files of UFO sightings. It's going to go public soon. Yep, the UK's Ministry of Defense has been taking UFO sightings and documenting them since the early 1950s to about 2009. Now, this is happening because these are now supposedly public files, and a lot of people are going to be asking for them. So they said, hey, you know what? Instead of sending these fucking all this paper and shit out and mailing everybody these things, let's just throw up on a web page. So there's going to be they're going to be uploading these throughout, I think, the year. So far, they have 2009 was uploaded. I'm looking at it right now. It's kind of interesting, but it's also you might want to give it a look. So it gives you the date, it gives you the time, the town, the village, the area, where the person was at the time, or where all that stuff. Like this, January 2009, time not given, Warwickshire, whatever the hell. An orange glowing object with a red light on the right-hand side. Now this is coming from an air traffic control employee. There's also another air traffic control employee one. It's also a very bright, constant red light. Now, if you start looking at these air traffic control employee ones, you can just scroll through it until you see those. There's most of them are just like really bright lights that they see. It's kind of interesting to see. This one was interesting. A black spherical object, 12 meters in diameter, was 500 feet up and traveling at 500 miles per hour. It made no sound. It had a light on it, but it switched off when the witnesses shone a torch at it. So there you go. It should be an interesting read. Keep your eyes out on it. UK UFO files are going public, everybody. It'll give you at least a couple hours of fun to read through there. They stopped doing it because they said that UFOs were hoax. So luckily they stopped doing it before I crash landed on Earth a couple years ago, and I've been having my way with you people since then. So, Zindu is coming at you. We'll be back later with more news on the Nick the Rat Radio Network News Network, Dark Sewer News Network. Oh, boy. Man, that party last night for that scientist that quit, that was wild. You were doing, I don't know if you were doing shots off of that one scientist's ass. Yeah, I think his name was Harry or something. I don't know. I don't know how close you and Harry are, Nick, but damn, you guys were partying hard last night.
What?
I had to go home early. I actually snuck out. I don't know if anybody saw me anyway. Damn, I'm feeling it tonight too, man. I'm feeling it tonight too. Get better, Nick. Drink some water. This is Zindu. Bye.
What? That wasn't Harry. Oh, fuck. Phone lines are open. 917-719-5923.
Hey, Nick the Rat. This is Zindu. Just calling you to tell you that I miss you. And, I think about you a lot. And, I also owe you $20. So, if you see me, remind me. This is Zindu. Okay, bye.
That was not... If that was Zindu, I never gave him $20. I gave him some peanuts once. Zinduped? Yo, man. Is Blitz 2 really blitzed? Why is there a Blitz 2? What's going on over here?
That is actually a good question. I noticed that too. I do not know a reason why.
Hey, there might be more than... who knows what out there anymore, especially since we could, like, make things into other things now. We got frog robot skin cells and shit like that with hearts. I bet if you could put words together, you could just make things up. Kind of like Shakespeare. Shakespeare might not have even been real. Somebody might have made the word Shakespeare and was like, well, Shakespeare is going to be my writer's name. And they fucking just made books. Fuck, Plato might not have been real. When was Plato born? I don't know. What did he write about? You know, Socrates. When was Socrates born? I don't know. He might not have existed either. Maybe Plato just made Socrates up. Maybe Plato existed and Socrates didn't exist. Maybe Plato was just fucking pulling a goof and a gaff on them. So these are things we have to think about these things. Looks like we have a call coming in sponsored by Sewer Brand Tampons. Hello, caller.
Hey, Nick.
Hi.
Mike here.
You care?
Mike Roch, PhD.
Oh, Mike Crotch, how you doing tonight?
Kind of sore and tired. I guess hungover from last night too. That's a honorary invite because you used my goat.
You were there.
For your I was there in and out. There was so much celebratory mayo. It's hard to remember. I shook Zindu's hand. I think it was his hand.
That was your goat?
Shakespeare, yeah.
Your goat. Okay. This makes
his
more
name
sense
is Shakespeare.
I'm starting to see what you're saying here.
Was.
So you've been working with a scientist in the sewer?
I'm an analyst for the scientists.
Oh. You're an analyst.
Just reviewing, figures and facts and all that. Kind of like, I would say, do you know? But of course you know, you are a rat. But for the benefit of your listeners, a 6-month-old rat is fully developed as an 18-year-old human. So
true.
At 1 year, you're over 30-year-old developed.
I'm at 4 years. I'm pretty old.
2 years, you're basically 60. 3, and then et cetera, et cetera. So 4 years, you're practically 120. 4 more years, you'll be 360 years old.
Well, the scientists down here have been giving me these drugs that make me prolong my erection and lifeline. So,
hell yeah,
great.
You're like a fucking artifact, dog.
So, if you were to combine 2 other things in a goat and a deer, what would you combine?
Kim Kardashian's ass.
With what?
A giraffe?
Wow. Would it just be her ass on the giraffe's head, or would her ass be as long as a giraffe's neck?
With shark's teeth.
Oh my God. That's horrifying.
This is getting exciting.
I only said 2
Kind
things.
of like when I fucked that grizzly bear,
and the offspring ended up getting named Bigfoot. Sasquatch. I love training him how to walk on two legs.
How much have we been paying you to work in with your goat? Because the scientists.
Oh, just mayo.
Oh, okay, good. Because they don't pay me very much either.
Oh, it's plenty for me. I love it. Rub it on my hairy belly and add to the stash.
Are you going to be at the party next week? We're hosting. There's going to be another. The scientists are throwing another bender. You want to come to that?
Ooh. If I can analyze some figures.
You can do lots of analyzing of many figures. Okay, well, I gotta go, so we'll see you next week then. Okay.
Analyzing?
Well,
what is that?
We'll see you next week at the next party.
Adios, mofo.
Bring a giraffe.
I gotta sleep off this hangover. I'm on call.
Definitely. Bring over. Just grab a giraffe. Bring it on down to the sewer. If it could fit. I forget where we are. Wait, what was this? This next segment we're about to bring you is brought to you by Sir Bemrose VPN. It is the best VPN ever. You have to protect yourself from the likes of hackers and government entities from seeing all the little itty-bitty pictures you have on your computer. Yes, we know what you have on your computer. Your weeby-ass furry hentai files. And for only $69.99 a year, you could protect yourself from the spying eyes of your neighbors and your government entities. If you're in China, you better get this right now. Sir Bemrose VPN. Order yours today from at 9. Get it. Corporations. We're selling stuff. I forget where we are. Where's my notes?
You were taking calls and playing voicemails.
Voicemails 917-719-5923.
Hi, Nick. It's your drunk Uncle Sal.
Sounds like
I wanted to call and congratulate you on your last episode, because you sound so sad, like one of them damn antidepressant commercials. Anyway, cheer up, you sad 6 foot.
I hope he's okay. Let's listen to some more music. Let's crank the music downwards. Because all that other music was too loud, and you know, I'm suffering a hangover, and there's goat deers running around the sewer, and Kim Kardashian ass giraffes. Let's listen to Salisuxia classic guitar.
everybody, Zindu here, coming to you from the Dark Sewer News Network. We are discussing something that's going to happen on February 9th, 8th and 9th actually, this weekend coming. If you look up at the sky at night, you're going to see a gigantic moon. Now, these things happen all the time, and apparently people just don't like calling it what it is. We used to just say, oh, it's a super moon. It's a fucking big-ass moon. Look up there. That moon is fucking huge. Now, we're like giving it all these weird different names because it just makes us feel better as a society, I guess. Last February's full moon was dubbed the Super Snow Moon, and apparently it was the largest supermoon of 2019. This article, I'm just reading because it pisses me off, these names. The title of the article was Snow Moon is on deck. Get ready for one of the largest full moons of 2020. Well, if you come to the bathroom with me later tonight, you'll see one of the largest moons ever anywhere. Okay, so anyway, why is it not called a supermoon? They say it's because it's not like a point in the sky. It's something that we usually call a supermoon. So then how is it so goddamn big? I don't know. It doesn't say anything. But then it starts to talk about Native Americans calling the moon the snow moon. So we're like, hey, you know what? That fucking sounds great. We'll just call it the snow moon to make the Native Americans feel better after we murdered them and took their land. Well, it wasn't me. I wasn't here for that. That was you humans. But anyway, don't forget to go outside this weekend at night and look up at the sky and check out the moon this weekend, everybody. It's gonna be crazy. Last month there was another moon thing too, wasn't there? I don't fucking remember. Why is the moon so important? It's just made of cheese anyway. This is Zindu. I'll be back later with more news that will titillate your tickles and your pickles. All right, we'll be back later. Bye.
I like Doe Denham's idea for the moon there. But I can't see it because I can't work my computer. Ultra Moon Super Turbo 2. That's what I'm talking about. That last segment of Zindu was brought to you by Skilletshare. Skilletshare is one of probably the most insane apps I've seen recently. I've installed this one last week on my phone, and it's really saved me a lot of money. You might be wondering how this could help you with money, and then I'll tell you how right now. Some people are just too damn poor, and they can't avoid skillets. So if you want to wake up in the morning and have a nice egg or... Skillet's a nice thing. No, not Skittles. Skittles, Skilletshare is... It's it's one of those things that are bringing people together. There's a couple of skillets that go around the neighborhood. You could pick it up from your neighbors. It's all GPS tracked on an app. You could find the closest nearest skillet near you. Times are tough out there. And we all sometimes need to cook up a grilled cheese sandwich or something. Fry an egg. Make some rice. There's a lot of the good things you can do with skillets, and you could install Skilletshare today and join the community that's growing everywhere. It's insane. It's a good time. I met people through it too. Like this morning I made on one of the Skilletshare's skillets tater tots. I made some tater tots on there this morning, and the person that brought this, because you can either pick it up or have it brought to you, depending on how far you would like to go and where the skillet is at the time. It's not always the cleanest skillet either, but I think that just adds extra flavor. I like to call it flavor of the hood. It's whatever's there. They put in there. I think there was some Fruity Pebbles in the one that the guy that brought me. It was some weird, colorful crisps, but it was really tasty. And I would suggest your whole family get Skilletshare. And now we can get back to the show, because who doesn't like listening to shows that are just filled with advertisements? It's like kind of like walking down the street in New York. It's if you're watching the video right now, there's a whole gigantic billboards and advertisements and craziness of Times Square, but throughout all of New York, pretty much, you see a lot of the advertisements on the floor too. You can't go, I would say, 10 feet without running into some garbage from some giant corporation on the floor. They just made it way too easy to be all over in your face and all over the god. It's really it's kind of bad. But you know, they're just taking stuff that exists and they're mashing it together, and then it winds up under your feet. But anyway, we're talking about other stuff tonight. We're not talking about wow, look at that. There's like a titty on the screen in Family Guy. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm getting taken away by all these advertisements. They've learned how to hypnotize people. They're doing magic through the whole industry. It's filled with copycats and magicians, and they're just casting spells. God damn it. Okay, well, let's run some more advertisements. We'll be right back. We actually have a great little segment coming up from LW Dallas. But how could I afford to get these segments from him unless I run advertisements and they tell you what to buy and you buy it, and then I could give him peanuts and mayonnaise as well. So let's run some ads. We'll be right back. We're going to listen to LW Dallas, and we're going to have a good time.
So you just scored a lot of money at your work job place. They just gave you a raise. You got money to spend. You want something new. You want to wow your neighbors. You want to push the envelope. You want to surpass the Joneses. Fuck the Jones. You're going to be in a whole nother freaking universe compared to those people. Say goodbye to every one of your neighbors. Just say bye to them now. Take a shit on their lawn and wave goodbye, because we have a product for you tonight. We are selling Eternal Flames. Yeah, it's been under the wraps for a long time. These wraps must be nuclear thermal or something, because these flames are hot. They never even burn out. It's like a lighter. You see, it's right here. Hold on, let me grab this thing. But the thing is, it never runs out of gas. It's like an eternal gas machine. I don't even know how it works, but I had this lighter for like at least a couple days now. Never ran out on me. I use it a couple times a day. Eternal Fire. But only from the Dark Sewer Network. It's like space age technology. It's fucking crazy. Buy yours today.
Time keeps on ticking into the future, if you know what I'm saying. You can now stop time. You can travel through the world without having to worry when and where, or mostly when you are, if you know what I'm trying to say. You can now get your time crystals from Walmart inside of special time garden gnomes. You could have a garden gnome of your own that could stop time. You might be like, sir, that's bullshit, but we've seen the future. We know what it holds, and it holds time crystals up little gnomes' assholes. Get yours today for only $69.99 on the Dark Sewer Network, Kmart Division.
Before we listen to the amazing LW Dallas, we're going to listen to a song really quickly because it's midnight in the sewer, and I just want to relax a little bit more before we go into the races. You'll find out what I'm talking about. But let's listen to Luck Rainbow Forest. SR with the last minute donation of 3 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Hi, everybody. I'm just looking at this still. I'm just looking at all these ads on the screen here. I see Amazon and Sonic the Hedgehog, and surprised I don't see Baby Peanut over here. Baby Nut. Ugh. Actually, I might have just saw him up there. It's weird that well, they have money, and money lets you do everything where you just put shit into people's faces, but they don't even let people put their own stuff in front of everybody's face. Like, you're forced to look at all this garbage. Well, you're really not. I guess you could poke your eyes out or whatever, but if I was to put, like, Nick the Rat on one of these boards that are glowing like this, it would cost a lot of money, so I can't do that. But if I was to put, like, a flyer or an ad on any other wall or just paper, I'd get in trouble. It would get ripped down. They don't even. There's no place to even advertise yourself anywhere anymore. There's like no post boards. There should be post boards on every goddamn street. And also, the garbage on the floor with all this shit on it. Like, say you see like a Coca-Cola or a big burger joint place on the floor, and you step on it, and it's like, what? But imagine if the garbage had your name on it. If it was like, if you saw Nick the Source, if you saw it, there's garbage on the floor that had my name all over it, The cops would probably knock it on the sewer. They would be like, I'd get fined, I'd get sued. It's a very weird place we live in. That I guess you could do whatever you want if you have money. We should start to sue corporations for the garbage that's on the floor. If we could trace it back to you, you got to pay for it, the cleanup. Mike 2030, what's that? We're going to be going into another segment, but before we do, I have to let you know that Unaudible sells thousands of hours of silence to you. This is a whole new other service that I just got all onto. I just want to say thank you to Unaudible. If it wasn't for Unaudible, I wouldn't have been able to make this podcast for you. So right now, you're about to listen to an advertisement. If you want to skip it, good luck. You can't probably. Your hands don't exist. So, and you probably don't have legs, and you're probably drooling, and you're trying to get to sleep. Now, what's the best way to get to sleep? When you got to pay somebody. When you're trying to get to sleep, what's the best thing in the world? Quietness. This service, you sign up, you just give. It's about $4.20 a month. It's about as much as Nick the Rat Radio, but it's hours and hours and hours of just silence. It's really it's one of the best listening experiences you could ever have. You just put on your headphones and you load the app up. It'll lock you into a server. They take all of your information. If you don't give it up, if you don't let them see what you're doing, like they want to know the speedometer on the phone, they want access to everything on your phone. And it'll play silence to you. And it gives you the best sleep. It just really, I've been sleeping incredible. It's a cheap service. It worked for me. It'll work for you. Go to nicktherat.com and ask about Unaudible. Or go to Unaudible and tell them Nick the Rat sent you. Let's listen to L.W. Dallas.
It is a wild day here in the sewer motorboat race. Look at that. It is Progo taking the lead with Carblane's 33 coming up from behind in the Hog Rocket. Fletcher in the... Oh, no, they're in the same boat. Cyborg Dave not far behind in the Stiletto boat. The best boat finisher from Texas, that would be our own L-Dub. Oh, but who is that? It is from Louisiana. It is the Gator Lady. Hey, I got you the tortilla rolled up here, Gator Lady.
Yeah, tortilla.
Oh, and there goes the Meow Meow boat. That would be the Meow Meow. It looks like Matty Cat is in the Meow Meow mobile.
Yeah, he's kind of weird though. Oh, don't forget the Bimroses.
Oh, I don't know how I could possibly forget the Bimroses. There would be the Sir and the Dame at Bimrose in the USS VPN. Privacy, man.
Yeah, it's like we were getting invisible, like QAnon.
Whoa, did you see Linux Reverb go by? I did not, he was going so fast. Ramdas isn't going very fast, but he is waving up here at us in the stands. No sign of Zindu yet. Yep. And that looks like MacBook Pro. I don't think he ever reboots, man.
Yeah, he probably has a really, really aluminum tortilla.
Yeah, aluminum tortilla. But you know it's expensive. Maybe we could sell him some insurance. Nick the Rat comes by in the Bongmobile surface water air tension device. Too much smoke though, man.
Yeah, it makes me grow feathers.
Oh, and it's time for Ducky. It's almost as though he's not even wearing a boat.
I'm sure QAnon is here someplace, but he's invisible.
Illuminatia is cruising by in the chemical extreme. Hey, I think they're just going around in circles.
Yeah, that's what they do at a race.
Well, hey, how about this? How about we go get into L-Dub's truck and drive down to Miami where it is cold and get us a couple iguana girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll come back to you from the Sewer 500. Watch out for them there silver turds. And looks like there's a big impeachment wave coming. And be sure to go ahead and send $69.99 over to Nick the Rat. Nick the Rat, he needs many more tortillas that are not unwrapped. This race is supported by the L-Dub YouTube channel Indie Comics. Go to Indie Comics Indie YouTube to see L-Dub record the very worst YouTube video ever. So bad that even two talking lizards that smoke pot think that he needs to re-record it. In fact, if he doesn't, we will.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's so crappy. But you get to see what he looks like.
Yeah, he looks pretty goofy. But don't tell him we said that. You leave him a comment because he's talking to you.
I wonder what place I came in that race. It sounded like we were all winners, though. That's all I could say. That'd be a fun like Mario Kart game with all of the characters, and the Bongmobile and.
Yeah, but what would scare me the most out of all of that would be who's throwing what out of their vehicles.
Well, mine would be bong smoke. Like if I was driving the bong and I was like, oh, and I hit it and just a big old cloud came out the back, and that would be my weapon.
Much better than a banana.
What's your race car in the sewer? Your sewer mobile?
Well, if we're in the VPN mobile, then I'm definitely throwing not sewers. Oh my God, I can't talk. Systems. Servers. That's what I was. I'm throwing servers out the back.
Slinging servers. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking terrifying.
Oh, watch your bongmobile there.
Oh man, shatter it. You could shatter my Bongmobile like lickety split with that fucking chucking servers. Now I'm just seeing flying servers, and this is very. Hey, things that don't exist, you can make them exist by just saying the words, like her car service. We should probably listen to another song now. There was a donation during some other last song. I think SR. Just want to say thanks again for that. Let's do a voicemail. Why not? Let's do voicemail, and then we'll. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey,
anymore.
Nick, I loved it when you crawled inside of my asshole last week.
Oh, really?
It was great.
Who's that, Nick the Rat? I'll tell you fuck my wife, motherfucker!
Oh, fuck. Let me hang up on that one right there. We're gonna delete that message and burn the hard drive. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat and Names of the Hair by Robert Sanderson.
The man that by the hair is met of him shall never get the better. But if he lays down on the land that which he beareth in his hand, be it staff or be it bow, and bless him with his elbow, and with well good devotion he shall say an orison in worship of the hare, then may he well fare. The hare, the scoutart, the big arse, the bouchard, the scoutwin, the skycart, the turpin, the tyrart, the wave beat, the ballart, the go by ditch, the soilart, the wymount, the babart, the scutter, the dewbird, the stopout, the swikebird, the friendless, the woodcat, the broad looker, the broomcat, the purblind, the furze cat, the clumsy, the west looker, the wall-eyed, the side looker, also the rollicker. The stubble deer, the long ear, the straw deer, the spring heel, the wild deer, the leaper, the short deer, the lurker, the wind swift, the skulker, the hare shagger, the hedge crosser, the Jew beater, the Jew hopper, the sitter still, the grasshopper, fiddle foot, the fold sitter, the light foot, the fern sitter, the cabbage stag, the hedge cropper, the go by ground, the sit still, the pin tail, the turn to hill, the quick rise, the agitator, the white belly, the go with lambs, the chomp, the churl, the niggard, the coward, the make fair, the break of word, the sniveller, the cropped head, his chief name is scoundrel. The stag with the leathery horns, the creature that dwells in the corn, the animal that all men scorn, the beast that none dare name, 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 the beast that none dare name.
Well, welcome back to Nick the Rat, and where it's at is that you're yeah, okay, sorry, I have to do a what are those things called when you talk about who you are? This is Nick the Rat Radio. I'm your host, Nick the Rat. You're listening to a podcast right now. This podcast cost a lot of money, and we're doing a money drive right now. So everybody, just empty out your. Wait, we're not doing a money drive? What? Hold on one second. We're selling this new razor blade. That's it. There we go. Wait, I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to introduce it like that. We're gonna listen to Zindu. We'll be right back, and I'll talk about the $420 Shave Club. We'll be right back. It's really hard not to fuck shit up sometimes, you know. We put Zindu on already. I'm embarrassed.
Hey everybody, Zindu here, giving you a report. Actually, this is more of like an opinion piece here. I was reading the Inverse.com. They got a little good, a bunch of science news there I like to read sometimes. You know, I'm on the shitter, drinking coffee, read up some. Anyway, this year article is called "Anti-Solar Panel Can Generate Electricity at Night." Researchers say. All right, anti-solar panel. All right, I read the whole article. This scientists need to stop fucking making up these names because they think people are stupid. It's not an anti-solar panel. It picks up when the sun goes down and the Earth is still warm, it picks up the thermal radiation from the planet Earth. It's a thermal panel. Why are they calling it an anti-solar panel? It's a thermal heat panel. I'm just very upset at these scientists. These scientists come out and they start naming things anti-solar panel. And it gets these people, like, everybody's like, oh, you don't need this, this is crazy, man. No, it's just a goddamn thermal fucking electric generating panel, okay, everybody? It's really interesting if they are able to make these. I don't even know if these, like, exist. Like, I know there's thermal heat things where they dig down into the earth with giant rods and shit, and you could get electricity that way. But I don't know how these thermal panels work or how well they work, but this is other science news over here. It just pisses me off. Let me just get this off my chest.
Are you okay?
This one's from the Crosscut. It says why an octopus might think like an alien. They go through this whole fucking thing. It's basically some student is doing, like, he just likes to fucking look at octopuses or octopi or whatever. He's got an octopus fetish, so he's like, hey, how can I make some money off of my fetish of octopuses? I'll say that I'm studying them under the water in their home environment to see what they think like. And since it's underwater, they're like aliens. It's gonna be sort of like maybe what an alien thinks like. Let me just fucking throw that into the article to get people to read it. Then you read the article and it's just some fucking kid with a fucking octopus fetish. I don't know what's going on with these. This is not news, people. Anyway, this is Zindu, and this is not the news coming at you from the Dark Sewer News Network. Wait, no, this is news, right? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna get fired again.
Goat of Neptune, 9 Inch Nails, 0 sum.
It's time to open up the sky. It's time to reach down through. And it feels like we're living in split seconds of a conquest. And time is slowing down. And if we only had a little more time, and this time is all there is. And the hour of our twilight. And soon it will be all said and done. And we will all be back together as one, if we will continue at all.
Welcome back, Nick the Rat. Tunnel Rat brought up a good point about the anti-solar panels. Is that the news thing that it was? But he's or her, Tunnel Rat, says that they're probably like the scientists probably have to work with marketing people, and that's so weird that it's like, oh yeah, we know how we could hook up like a heat panel on the back of a solar panel, and we'll get energy all day. And then somebody was like, oh, let's fucking call that shit anti-solar. Oh man, it really makes you scratch your chin. And sometimes when you scratch your chin, you're like, damn, I got a lot of fur there, and then you need to shave it. Now, what's the best way to shave the fur off your chin? Well, it's probably with a razor. So why don't you just get one that costs $420? Don't be a loser and shave for less than a tenner. Who wrote this copy? Doesn't matter because I'm still gonna read it, or actually just talk about my experiences with shaving with $420 Shave Club. Well, I shave a lot. I got a lot of hair all over. And when my blade gets dull, I think about blazing up another razor. So, fuck if I know. How much do they cost? These are not on the market yet. Okay, these $420 shave clubs. They're not. You can't buy them yet. It's coming. It's coming soon though. We should listen. We should listen to, what do we got here? What is oh, baby peanut again? Was that baby nut? Is that what they call it? Is it? I heard they made that thing do horrible stuff during the Super Bowl on Twitter. Is it baby nut?
Yeah, it sounded like a dolphin.
It made noises.
It made noises and it sounded like a dolphin. I wanted to punt it across the screen.
Oh man, that would be a good stress relief. Punting baby nut, kick a baby nut. Oh jeez.
That sounded wrong.
Yeah, it just sounds wrong. Baby nut just sounds fucking wrong. And they killed the other nut, the older nut, Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, they killed him off and brought back a baby nut.
It sounds very pedo-ish, as Blitz is saying in the chat. Baby pedo nut. It's very creepy. Can you bust a baby nut? Are baby nuts good for you? Like, what is a baby nut? Are we killing nuts at earlier ages so we could eat it at? I don't understand this whole thing. It's very strange. But it cost a lot of money to get the advertisement onto the Super Bowl, and I think the advertising agency was tied to Gary Vaynerchuk, and he did like this weird interview about baby nut. But that's neither here nor there. I don't think anybody cares where they get their nuts from. Like, I never say, damn, I want a nut from Planters. Like, Planters nuts taste like everybody else's nuts. There's really no difference in nuts because they're nuts. There's different types, and there's cashews and pistachios and all that, but they're all just the same fucking shit. And whatever one's closest to you for the cheapest, it's probably gonna be the one you grab. But Planters are just more wasteful than not usually, I think. Or they're actually extra salty. Fucking Planters just pouring salt all over everything. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. Oh well. Planter nuts. Planter nuts in your butt. Let's go to the voicemail. 917-719-5923.
Hey, it's me, the fat.
Oh my Jesus Christ! I'm not playing that. If you call into the show and scream, I'm gonna stop killing people's ears. Okay, we also have Gas Blast. You could email me at nick@nicktherat.com. And if you put the title of the thing as Gas Blast, I will read it on the air. I don't read the address, so you can't... nobody's getting doxxed tonight. Rats get the stiffy with the blicky finna stabberad, finna dabberad. Soy gang. Yeah, turn your radio down. Turn your phone down, sir. When you give me a call, just turn your phone down a little bit. Be respectful to people's ear holes. Don't rape their brain like that. That's not cool. Oh wait, is this the list of the UFO spottings in 1990, 2009? Whoa. This is pretty cool. Description. A UFO. Description. A diamond-shaped red light came towards him from the sea. Rear end of the diamond was a blue light. This UFO is rocking RGBs. It was incredibly hot as it passed overhead. No sound. That was January of 2009. Oh, this is cool. There's like a whole list of people's things here. 3 orange lights in a horizontal line above the opposite side of the hill. Stopped a car, but saw only 4 lights. This is real. This is actually in there, but this is a fucking Star Trek reference. Stopped the car, but only saw 4 lights. 2 separate at the top, and 2 close together at the bottom. 2 rows and top 2 rows and disappeared. Second 2 moved. Another one with 4 orange lights. A lot of 4 and lights in here. We're gonna go to a commercial break. We'll be back with more Nick the Rat Radio right after these sponsors get their advertisements played, and you're gonna listen to them. Do not fast forward through the advertisements. That is just rude. Imagine going to somebody's house, eating their things, and then leaving without saying hello or goodbye or any of that. Listen to these advertisements.
All hail the mighty Chungus. Coming to a dark sewer network near you, the mighty Chungus. He's the best chef in the sewer, making chop suey, sushi, and the best flank steak you've ever tasted. The mighty Chungus has cooked for emperors, colonels, and presidents. The mighty, gigantic Chungus is coming to a dark sewer near you. What are you gonna order? Bunny chops? Chop suey? Sewer sushi? Or the mighty grilled mac and cheese sandwich? All hail the mighty Chungus, the best chef in the sewer! Reserve now, 917-719-5923.
You know what you need? Augmented reality. Get you some augmented reality. See shit that ain't real. They don't exist in the real world. But forget about the real. Augmented reality. It's the new reality. With a capital A. For acceptable. Augmented reality
Make all your dreams become nightmares and live them in real time. Augmented reality. Soon you won't need these glasses. Augmented reality. Reach out and squeeze it. Save yourself from the encroaching demons, encroaching flying monkeys, encroaching giant phallic caterpillars. Beware of regular reality. It's boring. And birds and leaves and sunshine. Fuck all that shit. Augmented reality is where it's at. Augmented reality. Because regular reality just doesn't cut it.
All the music you heard tonight is CC BY 3.0. It's all on my SoundCloud. You go to SoundCloud/like/Nick the Rat. You can find it on nicktherat.com. You can go there and you can see all the music playing. You can also hear it too. It's all free, commercially free, etc., etc. I'm saying their name. I'm giving them the links. It's all on the account, you know. It's CC BY 3.0. So, cheers to them. We're going to listen to another song that's on SoundCloud. You got to represent, you know, every corporation you're in business with, right? You just got to say their name. Airhorn, Airhorn, Airhorn. That reminds me of Einhorn, Einhorn, Einhorn. But this one is Go with Trans PW Gonzi Abuse Go.
Computer, activate LNH test program 1.
Launch authorization cancelled.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Everybody, Zindu here. We're having a really good conversation tonight about stuff, and I just want to let you know that if I didn't have Johan and Johan's ear cleaning tips, these are made of latex. It's not like your father's old cotton swabs. These are latex tipped swabs for your inner lobes. I've got a lot of ears, and those cotton swabs did damage to my alien skin, if you know what I'm trying to say. But these latex tips ones, I've stuck these in orifices you don't even want to know about. But Johan and Johan basically signed on with the Dark Sewer Network, their advertising team. So we've been getting a lot of these in the office lately, and let me just tell you, they've been incredible. They've been great. I can hear things a lot better now. Truthfully,
I remember
my belly
Johan,
button loves them too. You can jam these
They're
in your
good
belly
people.
button, and it's like heaven. But Johan, one of the Johans actually came down here, and we were having a conversation, and I just out of the blue, I didn't even know what they sold, but I told him it was kind of hard to hear him, and he reaches into his wallet and he's like, "Here you go, my friend. Try this." And lo and behold, it was a Johan and Johan latex tip ear swab. And I heard everything he said perfectly, especially the part where he said that he'll be giving us tons of money to advertise his product on our little radio show. You know, I don't usually do sponsored ads, and this is definitely not one of them. But if you really don't know what they are, you should try to find out right away and buy them, probably from the Dark Sewer. The Dark Sewer. Let's get them down here. You can probably call somebody at 917-719-5923 and order Johan and Johan's latex-tipped ear swabs. These things are great. I can't really not say anything else like bad about them. Like, they're perfect. They're the best things. I'm actually buying them. I keep buying them, and I keep buying them. So you better buy some soon before I bought all of them. Otherwise, there's going to be none left anyway. But, yeah, I think that's about all the news that we got this week. I hope it was very informative, and I hope you come back next week to learn more stuff. And don't forget to order your Johan and Johan's latex tip ear swabs and get them today. Do you know I try to stick these up my ass, and I think I lost a couple up there. I have to give Johan a call to see if there's a way, if he knows how to get them out of anal cavities. Think he does? Oh, he showed you how to do it? All right, yeah, let's do that now. Okay, well, yeah, we'll be back next week. Bye.
That was hard-hitting news right there. The Johans are great. The latex tip experience, you really have to live through it to have experienced it. Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy of another copy. There's and you know, that's a culture, I guess. But sooner or later, the copy is all over the goddamn place, and it's out of control, and it's taken over. But it's pretty cool that I could do that. And sooner or later, you got a goat and a deer running around. It'll happen one day. Because, hey, why not? All it takes is a thought, takes a word, and then you could start to create and build on top of that, on top of that, on top of that. It's a very strange system that we live in, but it works more or less pretty goddamn well. It's still running right now, even though it's like pouring out. It's getting really rainy. Wow, it's almost 1 a.m. in New York City right now. But that news was amazing, by the way. You know when you're hearing somebody talk about something and you trust them, so you're like, I got to buy that right then and there. And there's nothing better than when people try to sell you stuff that that you know. I might have gotten a product, like, personally. Maybe I got a product from a giant corporation, and then I'm just going to tell you how great it is because they're just, sometimes the product you get is just too good to not talk about. So you know how I was talking about everything being a copy of a copy? Like, think of your mattress right now. Think of it. Think of it right now. Just seriously, I want you to imagine what your mattress is. It probably doesn't have springs in it anymore. It was probably a giant piece of foam, wasn't it? A giant piece of foam is probably what you're sleeping on. Now, that's the most typical thing that anybody would do. I was sent this mattress. I have to tell you that it was sent it to me for free, and they're signing on with the Dark Sewer too. We're getting together. We're growing. We're getting more and more sponsorships. Crapper mattresses. It's a enclosed case. It's not really a case. It's kind of like a latex. Maybe I should get them hooked up with the Janssen twins. It's basically a sack of shit. It's got a nice, like, but think of the shit and how it. Now, you're not getting the smell, so don't worry. They thought of everything. The smell's not coming through, but the texture and the feel of it comes through this like latex skin they put around this mattress shaped piece of shit. It's an experience, and I think you should buy at least 2 today. You could probably give us a call. There might be operators standing by at 917-719-5923. Let me check to see if the phone line's still working here. Maybe there's another gas blast that came in. No emails or nothing. But don't be a copy. Try not to fall into that. Like, why not become the copy machine? Make the copies, or take the copies and mix them with other copies. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do. Takes a while to learn how to do it well, though. I'm gonna get these scientists to mix that giraffe in Kim Kardashian's ass, though. That's gonna be a great thing. All right, I think that's the end of the show. We learned a lot about her car service. mythical creatures and other mythical creatures that have created these mythical creatures. Isn't that weird when, like, a fake thing could make another fake thing? Is that, like, the point of the Tonight Show? Is that sometimes ideas combine with other ideas and then actually become real one day? So make sure you're careful what you think about. And on that note, have a good night, Internet. We're going to listen to one more song here, but just want to say thank you for tuning in to Nick the Rat Radio. We'll be back next week, Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Feel free to join the community of #SewerChat. Let's listen to Bureaucratic Corporate Japan. We'll be back next week, everybody. I can't start this up. Hold on. Record skipping.
I think, therefore I am. Rene Descartes. Only way to deal with an unfree world, it becomes so absolutely free that very existence is act of rebellion. Okay, whatever. Camos. if universe is meaningless, so is the statement that it is so. The meaning and purpose of dancing is to dance. You just want to dance, you know? Yeah, I don't know what. The water, driving force of all nature. Leonardo da Vinci. One cannot step twice into same river. Heraclitus. Chicken, Peter, you just a little chicken. Cheep, 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 cheep. Cheep, 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 cheep. Ha ha ha. That me, Tommy Wiseau. I'd rather sit on pumpkin, have all to myself, than be crowded on cushion. Henry David Thoreau. It is a mark of educated mind to be able to entertain thought without accepting it. Aristotle. Why are there being at all instead nothing? Heidegger. The more universe seems comprehensible, the more it seems pointless. God, we're true, man. Weinberg. Optimism, madness, that all well when we miserable. Voltaire. We learn from history that we do not learn from history. There you go. Whoever fight monster should see that in the process he do not become monster. And if you gaze long enough into abyss, abyss will gaze back to you. Ha ha.